Niyabingi, Okavango, Rasdada, Yaga, Truck Friend and the Living Fire represent to the fullest. See? Perfect balance. Don't know so. Trod class. Living fire represent. Keep the fire burning out. Holy man will I keep it like right. This is it.
When him say, cannot walk the street in peace at night by your dread. Them say that you are the thief. Dread, not the Congo. Alright, in at that time that the inspiration they start rise. So in the 70s now you have Rasta youth arise and you have the music arise with the message and I sing the reality where did a face I and I as Rasta youth out there. Yeah, I see it. So we realize it was a
Yeah.
revolution, a
A lot
revelation
of
through the
social
powers of the
commentary
universe rise
through
up.
the music.
Where the system couldn't stand, cause then when they brutalize the elders before I and I, and the elders they may have to take
Naturally,
up
yes, sir.
certain mission amongst the government, man like Martimo Planner, Alvaranga,
Naturally.
Douglas Mac, them ancient they know was the one them did a lead the revolution on the intellect part, government to government.
Greetings, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Perfect Balance Trod Class, a place where conscious-minded and like-minded individuals are guided towards the fulfillment of their true potential through collective reasoning. We have with us today Yaga, aka Teacher Ma'at, Okavango, the Rebel Guru, Bingi.
Greetings.
We also have a wonderful addition to the Trad class today, Brother Ras Aigi, out of Montego Bay, Jamaica, by means of Africa, Ethiopia. Yes, I. And I am
Yes,
Ras
sir.
Dada,
Yes,
and
sir.
today we are the Perfect Balance Trod class. Yes, I. Wagwan.
Yes, I give thanks.
Give thanks, you know.
Yes, I. You're
That's
full.
why I face the tribulation from them time there until this time, you know.
Till this
And
I.
stand
Yes,
up
I.
for
Yes,
your
I.
black identity and stand up against
Firm.
injustice
Yeah,
and
man.
colonial.
Firm, and I
Yes,
Gideon.
yes, I.
Yeah. Rasagi is a herbalist, a historian, a entrepreneur, a craft and artisan. Is like he's a very well-rounded individual and one who has a wealth of history and experience within the Rastafari movement, you know. So we do give thanks to the presence of Ras Aigi in this Iowa as we go through this moment to really talk about um it's a significant thing, but it's a horrible significance, you know, but one that we still have to really talk about and bring to the awareness of the ones as well, you know, which is the Coral Gardens situation, the untold story of resistance and resilience within the Rastafari movement. In the Perfect Balance Trod class, we explore the untold stories that shape culture, African history, and African identity through our collective reasoning. In today's episode, we dive into the Coral Gardens incident, a pivotal event in the Rastafari movement that remains largely unspoken in mainstream Jamaican history, where Ras Aigi, who has great insight in the events of Bad Friday in 1963, will share his personal account and reflect on the resilience and strength of the Rastafari community. From cultural preservation to the fight for justice and the ongoing struggle for recognition, this conversation is one you won't want to miss. Stay tuned as we unpack the legacy of Coral Gardens, its lasting impact on Jamaican society, and the importance of reclaiming history for future generations.
Yes, I.
Yes, right.
Yes, sir. So, originally we want to really start with like just to have a little insight in the roots of Rastafari. You know, Niyabingi, the cultural origins and early struggles.
Yes, Rasaigi. Greetings and welcome to the Perfect Balance Trod class. It is an honor to have the honorable with I and I this Iowa. Yes, give thanks for life. Ras Aigi, tell us about your journey into Rastafari. How did the movement impact you growing up, and what drew you?
Give
to
thanks.
its teachings,
So
its
it's a perfect
principles.
love and blessing and true love and divine love to all the item listeners and the item as Rastafari sons with desire to touch the surface, you know? Yes, in the introduction, Dada, you missed something. I am also a poet, you know? Yeah, give thanks, yeah. The journey with I
Yes,
personally
I.
within the
Yes, I.
Rastafari consciousness
Yes,
is
I.
like, is not of myself to choice. It's like I and I were created for this mission. So everything did a move according to the cosmic of the universe with the powers of the Almighty One, you know? Cause I and I can see I and I self in the earth. We don't even know we reach here, but we see ourselves here within ourselves as a consciousness. So it all begins now actually which part I and I birth and know I and I self as a youth is a place called Canterbury, North Gully, or otherwise officially it was called 12 and a half King Street. But within the North Gully region, when most
Big
one
up the
popular
gully.
known as North Gully, it was actually a street called William Street, you know. So after the Carroll Gardner incident now, it's like there was a great gully water wash. So the Carroll Gardner incident took place the April, the 12th of April, 11/12. The incident started in a April. Both both sides both from citizens and then the law involved, you know. But it was a continual thing with the law. So after the great gully water wash, we had the baby youth, we never really knew what did go on at the time, you know. But the water wash they now and dig up the street we call William Street. So this so now it becomes a gully. So so the name gully come in, you know. So basically now we grew up in a this. So within I and I eyes now, I and I
Yeah.
ever decide up Rasta the Trad and Rastafari a journey. And you did have some brethren now from North Gully now which was William Street, them did by the state and the system, them did call it Orange Gully. So basically now them one they ever all keep meeting in the grounds of the street, like how you did have some people them call them revivalists, you know. Them kind of coming up people, them always come round with them drum and come keep meeting in the community. So that's was the first visible I've seen the one them we call Rastafari. But them brethren they know was me. Them never carry locks, you know. I just biceps and thing. But we usually sight a ancient now. We usually trod from out of the jungles now. Which I and I never full up wagwan at the time. But them ancients, you know, them live in a cave. And them one they know trod certain way. You know, where the world reject and scan, you know, barefoot and no locks, terrible, dreadful looking with him rather always a yacht show. And then one the other yellow up I and I. You know, that was the first visible, you know, and I did witness the incident where it go on. The first we see gun as a youth, you know. But journeying from them journey they and come up now, the inspiration just striking a
Yes, I.
I and I
Same.
were
Same.
naturally carries what you call name now. Bad ear, black pepper green head. They I know them head there. them head they upwards coming, you know. So through them
Mhm.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Original description of classic things
so
where they
through
used to describe I and I here growing up
through
in at them
them
time. Even at this time,
Natty Congo head there from them time, the black pepper green head. It's like I man did a problem with combing head. So it's like I a Rasta from I a baby. You know. So when mother finds a
Yeah.
boy a year
Yeah.
and they get too much trouble, him say, oh, when you go the barber did
Naturally.
name Bailey.
Yeah,
So him say when
naturally.
you go to barber Bailey, tell him say to clean up everything, don't leave nothing. Just a little piece on the front where them did a call Tony C. You know? So
Mhm.
cause your head can't comb. You know, I just that him they tell I your head can't comb, you know. So I have to get a ball off all the while. And I did have problem with the ball off there, you know. Coming like sometime
Mm.
I'll headache and thing, but As a
Side.
youth, we journey through the journey there.
Mm.
And then when I reach now, teenager stage now, I realize
Naturally.
them comb thing and not work, you know. Cause them did have all a little slang within the school them time there. Gentle Jesus, meek and mild, look upon a little bald child and slash him in his head like a crocodile. So that was a little thing now where more time if you had to shine all when school open you get some little slap in the head. You know? Yes, but true where you grew and oh you grew up certain one you don't afraid to slap still, you
Side.
know? But that was a thing
Mm.
that did a go on as a joke, a jam. Yeah, so one of the I one
Side.
now I'm on a use I'm
So
on a
we buy
comb.
slap on.
I comb the
So
head
yes, sir.
and boy comb bust. So you know them comb there you did have a two part. You have one part where big and you have one part where fine. So we are use the fine part the bust. So me I say wow. So we get another comb now and they use the big part. Boy can't go through. I say wow. Right here now and I done with comb. It's like a sign. We just fling we comb. But at the time, I and I ain't sight up within I
Straight
and
and
I self
turn.
say I and I a rasta, you know. We just a problem with comb. Yeah, I see it. So we just let go comb. And that's so
See,
Side.
now a whole
see.
heap of fighting start. Even within school and
Mm.
my head and teacher always have problem, you know. So it's like I and I a rasta. You know, and during them time there when I and I never did sight of the consciousness of Rastafari. During them time, they know was in the decade now where you call now. You just left the 60s and a touch in the 70s. So due to which part I and I live now, I think they broke out named tribal war. From you live in a certain vicinity, you don't know other vicinity target you up on a certain level through the eruption with community and youth. So basically now the kind of
See.
youth them where you know your journey with now, the disturbance they develop, you know. So
Side.
I and I could even to maintain the classroom much. Even within I and I not yet you know, we will have to abandon school and classroom, you know.
See.
So from abandon school and classroom now, that's how the journey of the Natty Congo looks now begin to rooted and grow. Because we don't have no more reason now if we look a certain acceptable way within the society from there, you know. Yeah, so that is a little beginning of the journey and a synopsis of growing the Natty
Naturally.
Congo, you know. So the Natty Congo first visible and then the
Uh-huh.
internal concept grew after a while,
Side.
you know.
See.
Bless.
Right. Yes, right. So during that period you're going through this, but how is the Rastafari movement during that period impacting the information
Well, during
the
them
eye
early
getting
period,
out
there was
the
not much
movement of
information, you know.
Rastafari?
Cause the elder them was so suppressed and parents now never want to see ones and ones
See,
as Rasta around the youth. But
And you have to understand the parents in them time that you know, because
yes, yes,
remember, it's a movement where rise up
yes,
against colonialism.
yes, I.
It's a movement where say, yo, you have to identify yourself through your identity and reject everything, you know,
cause
and
I
nobody
want
and a
to
lot of people can deal with the pressure there, you know, and deal with the pain there,
yes,
you know.
so I want
Yes,
to
I.
tell the
Right.
I want
So
to
you
tell the
find say
I
the fight
say
that come from within I and I family same
when
way.
them
Yes,
youthical journey
yes,
they
for
begin, you
sure.
know, parents would have call other parents like call auntie and them one they say come talk to the boy. So when them all a talk
See,
to you and you go say I, them say
yeah,
don't
come
use no
talk.
I to me, you know you're
Yes, I.
talking to. Yeah, so you could even use the word I, you know. So
Yeah,
but within the
yes, I.
yeah, within the journey they know
Yeah,
it's like
Mm-hmm.
them get
yeah.
a call say come
Them have
shut
an
up the boy and
intervention.
change the boy. So them
Intervention, yes.
don't even realize reasoning when fi go on. Them I think is a bad up thing, you know. See?
Mm-hmm.
So, true them come with
Right.
them bad up thing now and you now and them go say, boy, you boy, out
Yeah,
order, no
Right.
manners, you the boy, you talk to me. You know, but when I and I say it was like a disrespect. So you have to go say, me, yeah, I see it. So, basically, basically now, through certain things did go on within the
Yeah.
community still where you did have certain amount of violence. It's like parents when kind of careful still, you know, 'cause it's like it was a twofold frustration, you know. You are one now boy turn workless now to come spend money boy turn dirty rasta. And then now them have to check and say you have to be careful, you know, you go get hurt because that they go on this and that they go
Mhm.
on this. So yeah, I see it. So you could even penetrate now where you call name now job and now trade. Cause basically them time
Naturally.
there you
Never.
didn't have much trade skill I go through now school, you know. You did have to left school now and go look at trade or look at work or you move to a higher level. Yes, then kind of way.
You could have a
Yes.
man who's
I
a
know.
carpenter or a
So
mason and they
nobody know.
teach you. Hands-on
Yeah.
training. Yeah,
So,
hands-on. So
Rasagi,
when did I first start really considering what Rastafari movement is seeing and the Rastafarians, like
All right.
when is that
You see, you
impacting the
see,
eye
you
life?
see,
At what
you see,
period in the
during the
eye life
time them did
the
have a
s-
great tribal war
cited
did have gone in the
Rastafari?
Mobile region with Canterbury, North Gully and Railway Lane and Glendevon and Rose Heights and all them area they seen. And the tribal war they know did well known amongst the society and the parliamentarian and the government. So right in the period of time they know you did have the election now with when Michael Manley come win out 1970. So right in the period when Michael Manley win out now is a revelation of a revolution shift going. So him can stop the tribal war. And when him come stop the tribal war now, him even come amongst I and I now, a man of a black chalice and light. Even the Prime Minister black chalice amongst the youth them for sure say him want peace. So one set of youth over there, so, and another set of so come in with the Prime Minister at the time, which was Michael Manley. And when the peace they set now, all youths now in a mobile come together. And it was a terrible and great vibration there so now. Cause the youth them from the North Gully area now was mostly the Rasta youth them where did I get the gospel from a brethren them call him now. Priest Brown. He was one of the man them were usually in the street. And then I and I upon the lane side now was among some other rashes now them called Nazareth. And Asian Bongo you and them man there, but we never saw they get the gospel from them. But I and I when dreadlocks not the Congo. So when I and the youth them meet up, the gospel now of Rastafari now begin to surface. There I see it. So in the period they know the meditation of many youths now get together cause you know if you think about war and watch now back again. And during the period of time they know Michael Manley did set up a thing what them call it now crash program which was a hurry way to get a fund amongst I and I now which part never have any access to no work, no school, no trade. At them the time they know want him start to cite certain revolution now and open certain door. And then now him go say free all first offense youth from ganja. So we did a whole heap of youth now where the law did a oppress now. If them want get rid of you, them just say them find a stick of ganja on the eye. You see it? So whole heap of teenage youth did in a captive at the time. So the freedom they now bring a excited moment and youth start black chalice together now and start reason up. And that's how the revelation started to vibrate within I and I. But most of I and I never see Rastafari, even I
Naturally.
say personally
Yes, sir.
from my perspective. We never did really convince of Rastafari from a one I tell I and I. I and I did reach a level where we say, we don't want no one tell me this, you know, we want to see this for I and I self. So from there
Mhm.
is a creator, he must can speak for himself. So we realize, you know, the period of time of youth, you know, rise from a concept where we call it
Sorry.
now inborn conception. Everything did a reveal from within. Man a get vision and man a sight up to themselves and a man over there so come and tell you a thing and when you check it out, the eye did sight the thing there within the eye self. Same way. So we call it now Yes. So it was a revelation
Yeah,
moment within the mystic of the
Everything
universe
connect.
where the creator did a
mhm.
work. Kind did send them being in a earth and it was done written in them. You know? So one of the I want know I and I. Cause even them youth stage of I and I journey up from, you know.
Natural.
I and I never read Bible. Cause most likely the people them we fight against I and I as youth. And them we see with Bible in a hand every Sunday. And more time them gone a hobby man and all kind of things. So we are say, what kind of people them are with Bible? So you know say we did that thing, say Bible now was a little hobby book. Cause hobby man now and them a give you some psalms to read and the people them a chat some something. So we just wash we hand from it, you know. Until I and I one day see it up now. We even did that year the Lion of Judah and never know say it in a Bible. A youth come check I pan I gate, son. Him say, Rasai, you know say Lion of Judah in the Bible. I say, oh, Lion of Judah in the Bible and people with the Bible they fight against Lion of Judah. So him say, you have a Bible. I say, my mother have one in there. And him open it and read Revelation 5. That's the first I know say Lion of Judah in a Bible. And when I read it, I say, wait, I want to go on here. So it look like me have to go read through and scramble through and see King of Kings. And so I said, you know, when we say King of Kings and the few cuss people, they cuss and them things are written. And where they go on. And that's so they know we journey up through them things they will call prophecy. And I, other youth brethren, them know. We start read. And that's how we begin to read, you know. So it was the scripture that opened up I reading ability, you know, and for
Right.
reason. So I did so the revelation start. Yes,
Naturally.
sir.
Yeah, Rasai. What was the temperature like between Rastafari and the government
Well,
before the whole Coral
it's
Garden
according to
incident?
when I get involved within Rastafari in the knowledge now. I as youth now did have some other youth where they tried with them youth. They will realize a whole heap of other youth will come after I now. Was some brilliant youth we go through high school, college and them thing there. So we see some brilliant youth now start rise up in Rastafari we go a college and high school like Cornwall College now. We did have all a youth where and him go. We call him college. Him drop out now, him name Danny Murray and Stanberry a youth they know in a Merrimaca they know. You know? So basically most youth now start rise now. So we are brilliant one within reading, you know. So we start touch up the books them. But there was not much books. There was one book now where we could have touched now, which was the philosophy and opinion of Marcus Garvey. And before that, the system, when they say if they hold you with them books there, you can get beat up and go to jail, you know. So it was like a revelation against I and I when it come to certain books. You know, so we realized that the previous government before did have certain pressure upon Rastafari by even having certain book. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah, man, in a them time, there
Yeah,
a lot of
At
pressure,
them
a
time
lot
the
of
book
books was
ban.
yeah.
banned.
So
A lot
we
of books were banned
realized
in a them time, you know, so it become a criminal offense because there's certain books, you know, and certain
And
literature.
they are saying that they are saying
yeah, I
Rasagi
one of
that
the first book we
the
see,
philosophy and
you
opinion of
know,
Marcus Garvey
and we
was
did have
one
to
of
be
those books that
careful
was
with
pretty
it,
much banned.
else we get beat up. But true, I and I were also target in the 70s, you know. A thing with happening in the
Lock
70s
up.
where I realized most one never know about it, you know. I want the two brethren I blocked one, then went aware of it, you know. Is a brethren called Alan Skillcole, the great footballer, and another brethren here, Jerry Small. I realized he was a brilliant youth growing up with the knowledge of history and Rastafari. Most of the one good aware of them brethren there. One of the time, most of the dreadlocks Rasta youth them in a then time, they was
Yeah, man,
identified
still
as
clear, most
gangster and
definitely.
bad man and robber and killer, you know. Cause if they eye them notice a big youth did sing a music one at the time, it was during them period there, you know, when him say, cannot walk the street in peace at night by your dread. Them say that you are the thief. Dread, not the Congo. Alright, in at that time that the inspiration they start rise. So in the 70s now, you have Rasta youth arise
Yeah.
and you have the music arise with the message and I sing the reality where did a face I and I as Rasta youth out there. Yeah, I see it. So we realize it was a
Yeah.
revolution, a
A lot of
revelation through the
social
powers of the
commentary
universe
Yeah.
rise
through
up,
the music.
where the system couldn't stand. Cause then when they brutalize the elders before I and I, and the elders they may have to take
Naturally,
up
yes, sir.
certain mission amongst the government, man like Martimo Planner, Alvaranga,
Naturally.
Douglas Mac, them ancient they know was the one them did a lead the revolution on the intellect part, government to government. But I and I as youth when rise certain way, we did a look on it more physical,
Yes, sir.
Yes, we did a
Yes,
look
sir.
on it more physical, one something now where you call revolution, blood, death, war. And so we did a view. So in a them time, they know whole heap of dreadlocks youth never afraid to fire it. So them the target a youth in a kill some now where did a go a court and him did have a charge where them frame it. And the youth decide say, yo, me a go a court, but him a carry machine. Them time that they never the two check one outsider come in a courtroom, And him decide say if him get sentence, him a push down the judge and win at the courthouse, him nah go cause him innocent. I just Babylon a fight through one carry the natty. And he end up that the youth free and get Lego. And when the youth touch out a road now, a detective brother now say, yo, if him free, me I kill him today, But three youth in a court, him never know say the youth did so vicious and arm, So when him see the youth like him say, John, you're dead now, you're free out there, so but me I'll kill you and him back off. And the youth back off too. And the two of them pitch down then one another in the street dead, cause the youth say nah run from a so when the thing that happened now, we did cite it in the newspaper, cause I did have the newspaper clipping. So right away them turn
Sir.
on a pressure now, secretly, against all natty youth now we carry the natty Congo. And them time they were carrying natty Congo, but we never even have a strand a year under and I chin. So most one now
Yeah.
push up them natty under them hat. So when you see all a Rasta youth, you don't even know say him natty. So anyone where wear a hat was target at them time there, Babylon want grab off your hat for see one. I think the idea here one tune where one brethren say when him go forget employ, him see a sign
Papa.
say not here that rare being employed, but when him sitting and him say take off your hat and him say dreadlocks hang down him duck under the desk and never want So the tune them was a reality to what did a face.
But the
Naturally.
Yeah.
but the tensions already, he was high because
Yeah, it was high
right,
tensions
because you
Yeah.
already,
had
already.
Coronation Market, which happened in 58 or something, right?
Yeah.
From that time, so the tensions was already high from Coronation Market.
Yeah.
Well,
Rasagi, what
after
do
a
I know
while
about
now, we grew up now
the fact
and get
finding mission in
verse
61?
within the Rastafari study. So every little clippings and newspaper now, we always they touch up the reading. But one of the strikingest time now we trigger off I and I as youth, is monks Babylon, you could even did one something. If you have on a gold chain, you're gonna get beat up. If you have on a eyeglass, you get beat up. You're not supposed to have nothing. Boy, where you get the eyeglass from? Boy, where you get the chain there from? Boy, where you get the ring there from? So you did have a time now when the youth them now then they put in a thing in a them mouth now with them called gold tip. So you have man where if you look on big youth fee mouth full of gold, So when you put on all a gold tip and Babylons, he says, come on, smile, skin your teeth. And if you skin your teeth and gold in there, you lose your teeth. Them lick out teeth out of your mouth, them type of vibration that did a go on, So within the whole scenery, the revolution was so terrible among I and I. I and I did come in like we are wanted people when you not do something. Yeah, I see it. So we realize,
And that leads to the tension. That leads to the tension between the police and
yeah.
Rastafari.
But
Even in this day, we can still see the
I want to
tension
tell the
that
I
exists.
say,
because of
tension
the
no
word
still did there
police
with the
and
police, you know.
Rastafari.
The tension we did, you know, are with the government and parliamentary procedures, the rulers and the heads. Yeah, that is a great progress. Cause me I tell you, I say
That
when
is
I
progress.
step in the
That
street,
is
you know, enough
progress.
and respect from who you call name police, you know. Yeah, so we did come learn what did I go on before I with the facts finding mission as the I did, did a black which part. When we read now, we realize, you know, we go touch up one book now where Douglas Mack, it named From Babylon to Rastafari. I don't know if the them see the book there. It's a key and important book for the them journey too, written by Douglas Mack. That was a part of the Rasta report where it written upon the facts finding mission there. That is the book when I read it now. I don't even fully go through it because when I start read it, somebody snatch it from my Rasta. And when I go through the book there, I realize now, say, I heavens open. And that's so now I man start to observe, and within the heavens of heavens now, the Almighty start to reveal certain things unto I. Through vision and through knowledge, and realize this is not only one something that happen, where people can say there's something that happen, but I see it now as a fulfillment from written scrolls of what you don't call name prophetic period. These things were spoken of thousands of years ago of I and I. So we see say I and I can fulfill certain things that did spoken of I and I coming thousands of years ago, say ones and ones ago touch the surface, you know, and when them call upon this name, it they go terrible and dreadful amongst men and people. They shall be persecuted and rejected and scorned and despised of all men. So at this, so then now we realize, you know, we not have to put up the revolution fight, you know, where we did have in ourselves. We have to go put up one heretical fight now where we are going to show them, say, be still and know that I am me. Because them things they will reveal to I and I, you know. So we realize, say, even the emperor will touch the surface, but most of the ancient them come out. So we put it in a what you call name a chronology form now. Right at I and I speak unto the eye them now. I and I put it into a chronology form, just like how scripture did a write of man testimony and man what they go happen. I and I now see it up say, we have to put something now for coming generation. So the facts finding mission they now come to one of that form of fulfillment where we see it up say, when you read the scripture, them say, I and I shall meet with the Lord in Zion and appear before the King in Zion, you know. But no one now when come up with the word repatriation because of the brutalization. That was what did bring about the fact finding mission, you know. Because you did have a thing we go on with them call it the Gabidan Rebellion, cast through Claudius Henry and his son. And some did go on and them say, oh, we are going to murder out, and them a blame it on Rasta. So the brethren them go to the university now and say, yo, you have to go take a careful study within the Rasta movements that it is a peaceful movement. Because the man the way they call criminal and killer and they mix up Rasta. It's no Rasta. Because Claudius Henry's son wasn't Rasta. No, Claudius Henry and the Rasta. But through them and find him guilty because he meant to talk about repatriation. And them say him a plan revolution because they find a letter. But them man, they never they talk about revolution in a physical sense. I don't know if it was true that them find machete, but the son involvement now create a physical violence. So that's so they know them did have and I want certain vehicle. I think one head of police or army did get killed too. It was a serious battle. But we as youth in this side never know about it, you know, until we grow come up. Cause it was in the 50s, you know. So we don't know nothing about them thing there. The new generation never touch surface yet. And when the ancient them a buckle
Yeah.
there. Yeah, I see it.
Yeah.
So then did I carry revenge. So the 63, the facts finding mission now care about now.
Action.
The brethren them go visit the king in Zion and appear before the Lord. 3 brethren was chosen to select from the mission them were charged with the brethren them and they were bring by themselves in a private room with the emperor. So the emperor now and them have some private discussion. So I see it say, I and I did Shada Zion. So when the brethren them come forward now, I go realize just recently now, just since first year, 2024, I and I realize that fact-finding mission brought about a university government delegation to meet with the king 1962 before Jamaica get independent. And the king give them document pertaining to I and I of the diaspora to come home to Ethiopia. And that directives was hidden for 48 years. It now unfold to the nation of what the king did direct to I and I. And I just recently in 2017 it come out and I just last year we see the document them touchable and physical. And we say right as we are talking now, Rasta have a duty to open forward the government to government, the link with the 5 African states there where the fact finding mission they went visit. Serious Buckley now. So
Which were those five nations?
Ethiopia,
Which were the 5 nations that was
Ghana,
visited in Africa?
Nigeria, Sierra Leone, and another area, I think of the Tanzania, one of them place there. I think, yeah. So the vibration, seems like it did looked
Okay.
upon from the head of state that did responsible for Jamaica, which is our colonial missus at the time. But yet, the emperor and the colonial missus did have a signed agreement as allies during the Italian invasion and the whole situation there. So him was supposed to coordinate with the emperor. But looking at for them demonic way where them never want let go. Them look on it now and say, all right. I realize His Majesty now they give us a constitution because we never independent yet. And the constitution that did a guide I and I as black people and Rasta people was the Ethiopian World Federation Incorporated Constitution and by law that given by the monarch. And the land grant in the 40s now open it up. So at this so they know after the World War they don't know Britain did come in with that thing named Windrush. Fi divert the Shashamal, the land grant situation. So he did a work under the so him give a Windrush now, free waterway, 500 people go to England to work to build the city when His Majesty when don't give the land grant say, come home, yes.
Yes, I said it's a seal.
Yes.
Yeah, just bust a while ago with the reason why I make we talk of even the Windrush. Because the Trod class just carry out a reasoning the other day with the Empress where we talk about the Windrush situation and not just the Windrush situation, but how it affect even the youth them to a documentary what she produced named The Barrel Children.
Yes,
You know? So it's a seal that so we just say even without the eye knowing they come connect up the thing
Just
same way.
mention
I said the perfect balance trod class. I don't know, say a truck for the living for this represents. Good over evil, me tell them see a life over death. I swear, said I will never switch. Keep the fire burning out. Holy Manuel I Selassie, Jah, blazing fire.